Hello, everyone. Your host, Cy Smith, coming to you on a Yellow Tuesday. Every Tuesday is Education Day. So, I want to walk you guys through a series of slides that I have open that's going to help you venture into my world of organizing block by block. So, let me scroll out so you guys can see. This is the full tower here. We call it the time tower. And the reason we call it that is because everything we do is based on time. It is 108 floors, 108 floors, so it's quite a bit. The bottom floors here, as you can see, are the floors dealing with Chicago neighborhoods. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit further so you guys can really see that. Um, Let me get in there so you guys can really see this here. Okay. So floors 41 through 60, as you can see, those are sister cities and whatnot. Floors 21 through 40 are suburbs. And here we go. The base of this whole 108 floor tower is right here. And that's west side, south side, east side of Chicago. Floors 1 through 6 is south side. Floors 7 through 12 is west side. And you come over here, 13 through 20 is the east side. I'm about to walk you guys through some of these neighborhoods so you can see exactly what it is that we do here at National Block Club University. So you see the floors, you see how those are structured. Now, before I do that, let's look at the violence. Let's go to the violence so you can see how everyone that's doing work to make our neighborhoods safer, kudos to them, but we haven't made it. We haven't done a good enough job as a whole. And this is the proof right here. This is the proof right here. Pretty sad stuff here. 5 people shot, 1 killed. Chicago man sitting in a parked car shot to death on 70th and Campbell, 49th in Michigan, 53rd. Let me zoom in so you guys can really see these numbers here. Very sad stuff. So as you can see, and it's in different cities too. I'm typing, so it's more. St. Louis man shot to death, 2 found dead in Gary, you name it. So let me stop this. Let's get to who we are, what we do. So our philosophy is to go and meet people where they are. Go and meet people where they are. And when you think about where people are, this is what we're dealing with. I wanted to be live, but I had to record this and go live later because I want to look at this with you guys. This is huge. So it's by zip code. I want you to think about those blocks I just read to you that experienced, a murder or someone being shot on 53rd Michigan. So if you look here, you see Calumet. I don't know if you guys can see it. Again, that's the downside of not having being live with you guys, but hopefully you can see these blocks. I don't know if I can zoom in any deeper. Okay, yeah, so here we go. Kenwood High School is right here. Harper, Lake Park, Cornell, and Hyde Park, and it just goes on and on and on. See these? So this is one zip code, 60615. This is 60617. So this Cornell 79th Street to 82nd. You see these blocks? We literally have from 75th all the way to 95th. That's Essex 79. They just killed the young lady. 35th birthday. They shot her to death on 79th and Brandon. 79th and Brandon. Here's Brandon right here. Here's 79th right here. So she just got killed in what we call Village 53, 1735. That's where she was killed at right here. And so when we look at who's being shot, killed, stabbed, and raped, we're looking at it from a different perspective because of this system that we have. And it allows us just to kind of um, try to motivate the people who live on those blocks that if they fund us, what we're going to be able to do different is there's data, what's important to people, information being collected every second. We're in touch with people on any of these blocks. So let me just keep going. That's what happened in 60617. 60619, Let's go to that one. You look and see firsthand. So this here, let me zoom in over here so you guys can see. This St. Lawrence, Champlain, 79th Street, Ingleside, Dorchester, Stony Island, 79th and Stony Island, um, 91st and Blackstone. We got right here in this village, 79th and Stony Island, the new Nipsey's restaurant right there. That goes to 95th. Let's go to Roseland. This is 60628, Roseland. So this here is the hundreds, 107, 103rd. And then the blocks are right here: Prairie, Indiana, Edbrook. You got Michigan, you name it. Evans. These are the villages here, all the way to 120, 130th, right? So as you can see, when people get shot or killed out there, again, we they inside one of the villages that we have. This is Woodlawn. Let's zoom in Woodlawn. I'm recording this so that you guys can later look at it. So this here is Woodlawn, State Street, 55th and State Street, Everhart. It goes down to St. Lawrence, 63rd and King Drive. We know that's notorious over there. Um, St. Lawrence, 63rd and Evans, 63rd and Cottage Grove, goes down to 71st Street. Then we move on to South Shore. Let me zoom in on South Shore. So South Shore, Constance, what hundred is this? Let's get over here so you guys can see the hundred. This 67th and Ridgeland, East End, Constance, Merles, Paxton, South Shore. Goes to 75th Street in Paxton, 70 Evans, Merles, 79th, Evans, Moore, Patrick, Paxton. So as you can see, then we go to Bronzeville. We're going over east to Bronzeville. I want you guys to see Bronzeville. Same scenario, you guys. We built these villages out 20 years ago. So this is old. So you got 35th and King Drive, 35th and Greenwood, 35th and Dorchester, Blackstone, 43rd and Cottage Grove, Evans. All right, that zip code is a little smaller. Then we come over to New City. New City is one of the largest zip codes, just like 60620 is. And this here is around 35th. So this is where the White Community Bridgeport is. So this one don't count. But when you get to the 40s, now you get into the black area. So this is 47th and Honoree, Walcott, Winchester, Damon. Gets pretty, challenging over there when it comes to violence. And then I'm gonna scroll over. That's Western. As you go over east to the expressway, it's the same ticket. And the black portions is very, very challenging. 51st and Racine, you guys know Sherman Park is over there. Then we go to 60620 zip code. Auburn Gresham, 79th and Ashland is notorious. That whole village is notorious. So here we go, 79th Street right here. You go over there, it's Halstead, 79th and Halstead over there. You go over here, Ashland. That's where we want to be, right there. So this is 79th and Ashland. A lot of bloodshed over here. A lot of people just mind their own business because the atmosphere is not good. Then you go to 60621. This here is what they call Inglewood. Let's zoom in on Inglewood so you guys can see Inglewood. All right. 55th, Wentworth, CSX, the rail lines took over a lot of this property. Before that, it was pretty rough over there. Yale, Normal, 55th and Halstead. It goes down to 63rd and Halstead, Morgan, Parnell, Yale. They just killed the brother right here on Yale last night. 62nd and Yale. Shot him to death in his chest at 517. So that happened right here, right by the school here in Village 2121. Then you get 60629. This is mixed with the Latino community, 60629. This is a shared area there. So you got 55th in California, that's Latino area. You come here to 63rd in California, that's a little where the blacks at. And then you just go all the way over to Western, and it's a short village, California to Western, zip code 67. Then you got Marquette Park taking up that space where Dr. King said he haven't experienced that much racism as he did in this neighborhood. All right, here we go. West Inglewood. West Inglewood is being quickly gentrified. Tons of non-black people moving over here. Let me zoom in so you guys can see this area here. This area is changing so rapidly. Ashland, 60, it's 55th and Ashland to Western. Then you come down 59th, 63rd, Honorary. They just killed the brother on 63rd Walcott. 30-year-old woman, 25-year-old man, and 23-year-old man all shot 645 yesterday. Right in this village, 3648. All right. 60652. This zip code is where city employees live at, so this much more stable. 79th and Artesian is a little rough. The more you get away from, the further west you go, the better. In this area, 79th, 83rd, 75th. All right. Last one, West Side. Let's go to the West Side. We're starting off where the Chicago Bulls at 606 12, East Garfield Park, 60612. So when you get over here, the west side is different. It's different than the south side. South side is straight linear. You got 59th and Artesian. You got 60th and Artesian. Here it goes east and west, so the numbers run a little bit perpendicular, which is a little different than it is on the south side. But anyway, this is 60612. This here is North Lawndale, 60623. So this here is 16th Street and Millard, Central Park gets rough over there. Kaminsky, that's K-Town over there, 16th Street in K-Town. Then we move on to Garfield Park, one of the largest zip codes, and it spans a lot of territory in Garfield Park, but it gets very, very unfortunate over here. A lot of violence in this area here. So it goes from Roosevelt Road, Arlington, Harrison, Jackson. Jackson is notorious. You got Jackson, Madison, Lake Street, Erie, up to Chicago Avenue. Typically cuts off at Chicago Avenue. And as you can see, these are all the blocks. Holman. There's Holman and Chicago Avenue got some stuff going on that need a lot of attention. Moving on to 60639, that's majority Hispanic. Blacks got a little section there, but it's mainly Hispanic. Let's go to 60644. 60644 is the, that's not where we want to be. Okay, sorry about this, you guys. Computer is so slow. 60644 is where we going. Okay, 60644, Michelle Clark. That's Laramie, Latrobe, Lockwood, Lore. And this here is Arlington, Roosevelt Road, Harrison, Jackson, Jackson and Laramie, Long and Jackson. This whole area here, as you can see, is inside our villages there. We got from Madison to Erie. It goes all the way up to Chicago Avenue. And the last one is 60651. We just went through 20 neighborhoods. This was very quick, you guys. So this here is Chicago Avenue, Division, and North Avenue. Real short one, goes from Hamlin all the way over till you get to Austin. All right. Here's my point. Let me stop sharing here. Here's my point. And I'm going to come right back, but I want to look at you when I say this to you. When I talk about $1, imagine when black people get away from critiquing the $1, what is that going to do? And black people just release the $1 to us. Just imagine all of those villages, all of those blocks. It's people on those blocks. It's people with dreams on them blocks. It's people going through hell on them blocks. But imagine when we just sow that dollar. That won't hurt you. The $1 not hurting you. Giving it won't hurt you, but it signifies where we at as a people. We're very giving. We're very giving people, but we give based on our emotion, and our emotion is too much tied to, are you a part of my group, my silo? And if you're not a part of my tribe, then I'm not giving to you. That's what kind of kills us when we talk about, the giving aspect. So what I just showed you was floors 1 through 20. We went through it real quick. This here is the detail of what it looks like. I'm not going to stay here. I just want y'all to know this here is a macro version of what you just saw. This is Roosevelt Road, 1200 block, Colon, Kildare, Keeler, and Tripp. This is just one village, 16 blocks. You know the power of black people when we get one person off every one of these blocks, and once a month that one person on every one of these blocks talk to each other. Do you know what that's going to do when on 79th and Woods, all the way over to Ashland over to 82nd, when they do that? Do you know what's going to happen on 79th and Colfax, all the way to 82nd and Manistee? This is some I mean, this ain't rocket science, you guys. This is some major coordination. 75th and Cottage Grove, linked up with Maryland, Drexel, and Ingleside. They got block clubs over there. They got block clubs. But what we talking about is a whole nother arena. We talking about some black coordination, black unity that we ain't seen before. So, all right, now moving right along. Thank you guys for bearing with me here. Now where we're going. Now where we're going. This is just so you guys can see what I was just showing. Then I'm gonna take you where I want you to go. I just want y'all to see these real quick. These are the same of what you was already seeing and what I was walking you through. This is just a visual for you. It's people on every one of these blocks. Every single person opens up doors of opportunity for a bunch of other stuff. It's someone who's a teacher on the block. It's someone whose husband is a carpenter, opens up doors. And look at all these blocks. So just imagine when $1 is coming in from all these different blocks all over the city. And because it's $1, it's not this pressure of what you're doing with it. Of course, we gonna be accountable for it, but it's less when people don't feel threatened by releasing that $1. So I wanted you guys to see that. Now let's go to another screen. You saw those. Now I'm gonna bring you up on this screen here, so you can know how we getting played. Why this is important, releasing of the money. This here is about 10 years old. So I'm gonna walk you through this right here. This is Pontiac Prison. Inside this city, it's 11,000 people in this city. It's only 1,172 blacks out of that 11,000. It's a 2,100 person prison in this small town. And then there's 914 black inmates as of I look at the date at the bottom here. So out of 2,100 inmates, blacks make up 900. Almost 1,000 of them prisoners are blacks. Isn't that something? It cost $31,000 back then to house someone. So that one prison is a $68 million a year prison. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. When you come over, it's the second largest employer in that town. Second largest employer. Let's look at this one. Let's go to this. Is the largest employer in this town. Let's see which one this is. This is Statesville in Joliet. 148,000 people in the population. 23,000 of them are black. They got a 3,800 person prison there. Yep, black people make up half. 1,900 people in Statesville are black. Cost $30,000 to run that joker per inmate. 116 million to run it for the year, and this is the largest employer in Joliet. All right. The next largest employer is in Dwight, built at November 30th. Dwight Prison. In that town, it's only 4,200 people, only 36 black people. Out of 4,200, it's only 36 black. There's a 1,200 population prison. Um, they weren't able to let me, they didn't let me see how many black prisoners in there, but you already know. So I ain't gonna go through all of this. It's a lot. I just gotta tell you the most shameful one here. So I want you to watch this. I'm gonna show you the most shameful one to me. And this just shows you why those blocks matter in these villages, because right now we won't release the dollar. So we all over the place and they locking our people up. They going down here getting these people major money. I'm gonna highlight this. I want y'all to look at this. This is crazy. All right. Built on March 3rd, 1993. March 3rd, 1993. Big Muddy River Jail, prison. All right. Big Muddy River. It's in Ena, Illinois. Ena. It's only 600 people in Ena, Illinois. It's only 600 people in Ena. They built a prison in 1993 in Ena, Illinois, a town of 600 people. 252 of them people are black. 252 of them people are black. They got 2,000 people, 1,938 inmates. Of that, 1,110 are black. That's more than half, you guys. Out of 1,900 inmates, 1,100 are black. The town only has 600 people, and they got 3 times as many people in jail. And when they do the census, they get to count them people. They get the census money, even though them people are in the jail, won't be leaving there until they go back home without the census money following them. They spent $16,000 per person in this small jail, $31 million in this little town generated from locking up blacks from Chicago. So Thomas Prison was sold to the federal government after the people of Pontiac said they did not want to lose their jobs, 570 jobs. So they fought to keep that prison open in March of 2009. They said we got to keep locking up these people because they bad, and they also allowed me to send my kids to college. This is what we up against. So let me stop there. Let me stop there. Just want you guys to meditate on that. Think about that. Think about that. Not only did we go through slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, all that, but even in March 3rd, 1993, opened up a prison in Ena, 600 people in the town. Prison, 1,900 people, 1,100 are black, not from Ena, they from Chicago. So let me close that. Let's open up two more. Two more, then I'm done. Two more. I started out showing you the violence. That's how I got us started. All right. Now, let's see here. Oh, that's almost it. Let's see. Okay. I want to come back here because that was when you guys are looking at this. I didn't show you guys Milwaukee. So just so you guys know, here's Milwaukee. I'm not going to go through this. I'm going to blow it up so you guys can see. This is Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Same thing you saw with Chicago. We got the same thing. These are Milwaukee, Wisconsin villages. It's mapped out. This primarily the north side of Milwaukee. We got the same structure. This is our kids when we went down there a long time ago. That picture's still in there. That's old. But that's Milwaukee. We also have Gary, Indiana. Same thing. Second Avenue, Sixth Avenue, on Johnson, Fillmore, Van Buren. My point, black people, we are so game ready that it's not even funny. These colors on the block mean something that I'm not gonna get into. I just want y'all to know everywhere you lay your head, it's a village. It's a village. And with the right, bottom line, when you release your $12, when people release the money, we're going to be able to put people to work, managing, coordinating inside each of these villages. This is Gary, Indiana, y'all. This is Gary. I showed you Milwaukee already. This is Gary. Same flavor. This all, see the green? That's out there in Glen Park. This is Gary, y'all. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. It's just missing $12. It's missing the money. It's the only thing missing. So, final thing here. Let me stop sharing this. Then I'm gonna wrap this up for you guys and ask you to go online right then and there and release this money to National Block Club University. Here's the last thing. Then we done. Last thing and we done. As soon as y'all can wrap your brains around this. And again, why we should be this, my phone should be tinging right now. Bing, 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 bing. Let's get this money so we can get this show on the road. But the biggest challenge in our community, one of the challenges is disbelief. We don't believe things can get better. We doubt that things can get better. We doubt if black people would do the right thing. So we just dodge the bullets until it hit one of our loved ones because we don't believe things can be better. All right, so I'm gonna go through this as quickly as I can. Let me zoom up top. What you're looking at right here, is 20 different cities and how we've already done the same thing you just saw that we did in Gary and Chicago. We've gone throughout all of these black neighborhoods and we've taken their neighborhoods, and we've assigned them right here a function that matches Chicago so that we can have synchronization. Synchronization is what we need as a people instead of what people call unity, which is really control. Because if I don't agree with you, then do we have unity? Under this synchronization, you get in where you fit in and you plug in where it works at. So this is Miami, Florida, you guys. And each of these neighborhoods is focused on science, food, business, nursing, whatever. That's already mapped out, you guys. That's Miami. This is Birmingham, Alabama. For those who are going to watch, you can zoom in. These are all different neighborhoods. I promise you, this isn't a copy. All right. Then we have New Orleans, Mid City, Black Pearl neighborhood, Ferret, West End, Dillard. all different, you guys. Gary, Indiana. We already talked about Gary. Chicago is the headquarters. We don't have to talk about that. This is ATL, West End, Westview, Cascade, Adamsville, Vine City. Each of them is linked. You know, we got all Castleberry Hill linked with all lawyers, all Capitol View residents with politics. You know, this is how we got it set up. People's Town linked to all travel, so that when we get you guys to release the money, when we go to these other places, we go and build and having conversations and gaining agreements on how to create outlets for all of our people. All right, where we at here? Let's see what town this is. This is Detroit. Detroit. You know, Herman Gardens. You got Springwells, Franklin. You got, Fishcorn, Dexter, Linwood. Let's move on. What city is this? STL. That's where we at today, St. Louis. So you got Mark Twain, Jeff Vanderloo, DeVille. You got Tower Grove, and each of these neighborhoods is focused on one of these areas here. So all Fountain Park residents help us with the lawyers. They mail out to the lawyers, that type of stuff. This is this is so much work to do, and that means it's once you give us the money, we can offload this work from being centralized to now you having a job, your son having a job, your husband having a job, your daughter having a job, because there's so much that goes into doing this work. This is Wisconsin. We know black people's on the north side of Wisconsin. It's a concentration up to Metcalf Park. But again, we know where we in each neighborhood what we want to do. All right. So this is Dallas, Texas. I'm just gonna go through. You guys can look at it. But Dallas, Texas, same thing. Memphis, Tennessee, got Whitehaven. You got Ben Hampton, Cooper Young. Okay. Who we got here? Mississippi. We'll skip that too. All right, KC, Kansas City. Look at that right there. Same flavor, you guys. Same flavor. Already mapped out. The hard work is done. St. Paul, Minnesota. Look down there. It's already mapped out. All right. So can't brag on it enough. Release the money. This thing comes to life. It's like having a brand new car with no gas in it. Look good, smell good, but it's just not going nowhere. That's how it is when we won't release something as small as $1 a month. We just got to get to a mental place to do it. And I'm in the meantime, we go keep building and doing these trainings and getting this stuff logged into YouTube. That's in our library. You can later go back and watch it. So that thank you guys for watching. Again, can't emphasize it enough. The only thing holding us back is your $12 from you, your family, and people that love you, because this is something that touches, as you can see, all over the nation. I didn't go into Africa this time. We'll deal with that later. Peace.